Myself Padmaja, Associate Professor, Department of CSE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. Now, today we are going to discuss about a topic called how to move within a file in Python. Now, whenever you do any file handling program, first we need to open the file, then we do read and write operation, and we finally close the file. So, there are three basic operations that we perform in a file: opening the file, read write operation, and then closing the file. Now, as soon as we open the file using the open function, then we get a file handle or file object, or we can say it is a file pointer. Now, the file handle or the file pointer that always points to the beginning of the file. Now, is it possible that can you move our file pointer to any specified position within the file? It is yes. Yes, we can move our file pointer to any specified location that we desire. So, there are two important functions that is associated with this task. One is called the seek method, second one is called the tell method. Now, the tell method always tells the file handle position, or it gives you the current location of the file pointer within the file. Similarly, the seek method is used to move the pointer with the given offset value. Suppose we want to move the file pointer from a specified location forward or backward with specified number of offset bytes, then we can do this using the seek method. Now, let us see first what is seek method and how it works. So, the seek method takes two arguments. One is called the offset, second one is called whence. So, whence is nothing but from where you want to move your file pointer. So, this will move the file pointer with the given offset value in both the direction, in forward direction and also in backward direction. So, first of all, see that what can be the value of offset. The offset can be any positive or negative value. Suppose you want to move forward, then your offset value will be a positive value. If you want to move backward from the current file pointer, then your offset will be a negative value. Similarly, whence can take three values, either 0, 1 or 2. So, whenever whence is 0, it means that the file pointer or the file handle is there at the beginning of the file. So, you can write down the integer value 0 to indicate that your file pointer is there at the beginning. Similarly, if you want to use the OS module, then you can also use os.seek_set, which also indicate that your file pointer is there at the beginning of the file. Similarly, if you are using 1 as the whence value, it means that from the current location of the file handle or cursor. So, wherever it is there in the file, it is neither beginning nor end, somewhere in the middle of the file. So, from there, it will start moving forward or backward direction. If you want to write this one value, you can also use the OS module and you can write os.seek_current. seek_current, which means that from the current file pointer position, you move forward or backward. Similarly, if you are mentioning the whence value as 2, it means that your file pointer is there at the end of the file. Or you can also write seek_end. Now, from there, you can either move forward and backward. So, the offset value, you should write either positive or negative. So, a positive offset will always move the file pointer in a forward direction, and a negative offset will move the file pointer in a backward direction. Now, let us see one example. For example, I am writing, I have opened a file and the file object or the file handle is f. Now, I am writing f.seek. Now, 0 means the offset dot your os.seek set. If you are writing this, what is the meaning? The offset value is 0. And seek_set, it indicates that you are there at the beginning of the file and you don't want to move there. That means your cursor will be there at the beginning of the file only. Next, if you are writing f.seek, the offset value is 0 and seek underscore end. That means it indicates that you are going to the end of the file. Now, let us see one example of seek. Now, whenever we write any statement beginning with statement, whenever we write in Python, it automatically closes the file. You need not write explicit close method. So here, let us see this how to use fseek and ftell. So seek and tell. So with open sample.txt in read mode as f. So here, this is same as f is equal to open sample.txt in the read mode. Either you can write like this or you can write with the with statement. So here it means that sample.txt file is opened in read mode and the file object or file handler is f. Now, whenever the file gets opened, the cursor will be always at the beginning. That is at the beginning leftmost corner. Now, if you want to see what is the current file position, then you can use f.tell method. So tell method will tell that where is the current file pointer or file object. So it will tell that it is there in the beginning. Now, if you want to move your cursor by 5 bytes, then you can write f.seek of 5. So here you can see that only the seek takes 2 arguments. One is called the offset and second one is called the whence. But if you are providing only 5, that is offset only you are providing, then whence will be by default taken as 0, which is there from the beginning of the file. So from the beginning of the file, move your file pointer by 5 characters. Then f.tell, if you are checking that whether it has really moved or not, you can use f.tell method to see that what is the current file pointer position. Now, from the 5th character onwards, if you want to read the remaining file, then you can also write f.read. So whenever you are using f.read method, then it will read the content of the file from the 5th character onwards, because the current file pointer is there at the 5th character. And next we will go for another example. For example, there is a file called sample.txt containing this lines of text. This is just sample text. This is the content of sample.txt. Now, let us see how to use seek and tell. Now, suppose I want to first open the file by writing f is equal to open sample.txt in read mode. So, the file gets opened in read mode. Now, I am providing offset is equal to 8. That means I want to move my file pointer to the 8th character. And whence is equal to 0 by default. So if you do not mention, then it will take whence is equal to 0. That means from the beginning of the file, you move 8 characters. So I am writing just f.seek of 8. So after that, if I want to check whether my file pointer has moved to the 8th character or not, then I can check using the ftell function. So current file pointer position is f.tell method will tell you what is the current file location. Now, if I am using read line method, so f.read line method, then you can see that from the 8th character onwards, it will read the remaining line from the file. So you can see the output is sample.text. This is sample text was there. Now from the 8th character onwards, the remaining part of the line, that is sample text, will be the output. And the file which you have opened, you have to explicitly close it by writing f.close. Otherwise, you can replace this with your with statement while opening the file itself. Now, let us see one more example of this. Now, suppose sample.txt is a file and which contains 3 lines. This is first line, this is second line, this is third line. This is the content inside the sample.txt. Now, let us see how to check the size of the file and then how to move our file using fseek. Now, first of all, to check the size of the file, I want to use getSize method. So, this getSize method is there in the OS module. So, let us first import it. So, by writing import OS, then you have to write os.path.getSize of this file. So it will get the size of the file in bytes. So file size will be always in bytes. So you can see if you want to print the file size in bytes, you will find out this file is now 63 bytes. This file contains the size of the file is 63 bytes. Okay. Now let us open one file in binary mode. Okay. So text file can also be opened in binary mode. There is no problem in Python. So let us open this text file sample.txt in binary mode by simply writing RP. You can do it using only R also, but you can open it in binary mode also. Now, after that, let us move 10 characters back from the end of the file. So what you are writing? f.seek of -10. So this is called your backward direction. You want to move your file pointer in backward direction by 10 characters or 10 bytes, let us see, 10 bytes, and 2 is nothing but from the end of the file. Okay, so whether your file pointer has moved or not, let us check it again by writing the current file pointer position is f.tell. This will give the current file pointer position. Okay, now let us see what is the using f.readline method. Let us read the text. Okay, let us read the content of the file from that position, from the 10th position onwards, from the end of the file. So from the end of the file only this much is left, that is called IARE line, because in the you have your cursor is there at this character. So after that only you have this much of text, that is the output. So you can see here the size of the file was 63 bytes. You have moved 10 bytes. So the current file pointer position is 53 bytes, and from there you have displayed the last 10 bytes or characters. Let us learn about how to check the file size. To check the file size, there are different methods. Let us discuss one by one. For example, first let us discuss that there is a file called sample.txt and containing this 3 lines of text. This is our sample file. Now, first of all, the method 1 says that use the getSize function of the OS module by writing OS import OS. Then you have to write os.path.getSize and give just this the file name you just give it. So it will return the size of the file. os.path.getSize method will return the size of the file. So you can simply display the file size is in bytes. So you can see that file size is 63 bytes. You have got it. There is another way that you can use the start function of the OS module. So let us see how to use it. Path.getSize is one way of getting the file size. Second way is using the start method. So how to write? You have to write os.start followed by the name of the file. So this start function will also give you the size of the file. So we are displaying here that size of the file is file size st underscore size. So this will give you the file size is 63 bytes. So these are the 2 ways for checking the size of the file. There are some more ways are there also to check the size of the file. Let us see. The third method is you have to use the file object to check the size using seek and tell method. Let us see. First of all, we are opening the file sample.txt. So we got a file object called file. Now, using the seek method, go to the end of the file. So you can see here file.seek. F is the file object, seek is the method. So we are writing 0 to seek of end. So this will take our cursor to the end of the file. This will go to the end of the file. Now, after going to the end of the file, using the tell method, we can tell that what is the size of the file. So you print the size of the file by writing the file object dot tell method. So it will give you the current file position, which is nothing but at the 63 byte. So you got the output as the size of the file as 63. Okay. Now there is one more way. Fourth method is using the pathlib module. You can also get the size of the file. What is pathlib module? So you can from the path module, you can import pathlib. So you can see here from pathlib, import path. Okay. Now using this path, you can write down the sample.txt.start method again. Now by writing this, you can get the file size. So path sample.txt, then start method dot start underscore size. This will give you the size of the file also. So these are the multiple ways we have discussed to check the size of the file in Python. Thank you. In this video, we have learned about how to make use of seek and tell method to move within the file, and also how to find out the size of the file in different ways in Python. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.